This is Barry Fair with you on Tuesday afternoon, the 15th of January. It's just after 1 o'clock here, and today's subject has been about Sydney's weather and sunburn and triple zero. Well, just in case you missed the videos on about what I presented before, let's explain what sunburn is all about and what you can do about it. Well, firstly, sunburn is a really serious condition, and this can happen when you have been exposed to the sun for too long. Also, your skin can become very red and sore to touch. Now, sunburn should not be treated lightly. If it's very serious, you should go and see your family doctor immediately, or if it's serious enough, you should call an ambulance. You must never take medical conditions lightly, and that includes chest pain, which I will talk about later on in this afternoon's show. But on with sunburn now. Sunburn should be treated accordingly, and you should bathe the burnt areas gently with cold water and have a tepid bath. Now, not a hot bath. Now, a tepid bath is a cool bath where the water is not really that hot for sunburn. Now, if your sunburn is really severe, add some aloe vera oil, and you can pick that up at your supermarket or chemist. If you are sick due to the sunburn, again, apply some aloe vera oil, and if you are sick, seek prompt medical attention straight away. You can either go to your family doctor or call 000 for an ambulance. Sunburn is not good during the summer months. And now I would like to talk about what brand of sun cream you should use. You should use a 50+ brand of sun cream, ladies and gentlemen. And where can you pick that up? Well, you can pick that up from the chemist or your supermarket. And ask the chemist or supermarket which cream is best for you and your child if you've got them home on school holidays. So with the school holidays nearing an end, you must always keep an eye on your children's health and make sure that they are well enough to attend the first week of school when school goes back in a couple of weeks. Now, on next week's show, we'll be talking about keeping hydrated, and we'll also show you a urine color chart. So that's coming up next week on the show. But to finish up this week's show, I'd like to tell you about what to do in a medical emergency for chest pain. If you've got chest pain, you must always keep an eye on it. And don't assume that it's going to go away straight away. Now, what is chest pain? I hear you ask. Well, chest pain is when the muscles in our chest go all tight and it's finding it difficult to breathe. If your chest pain is severe, don't hesitate. Get on the phone and call an ambulance because the paramedics have specialized equipment to save your life in there, such as an ECG machine, some breathing mask, well, an oxygen mask is they call it, so it's like an emergency response portable ambulance on wheels. So we will talk about what chest pain is in detail on next week's show, but we hope that you have enjoyed this week's show. And before I do go today, I drink plenty of fluid today. Don't get dehydrated. And as we said, if your dehydration gets really bad, you must seek medical attention straight away. Now, what would my outsider do if I was dehydrated? Well, I think she would tell the management first about what happened and then decide whether to send me home or not. If it was really serious, I would need some intravenous fluids, which I talked about earlier on. So I will talk about what to do in serious cases of dehydration next week and colors of urine. So that's all coming up on next week's show. But just to continue along the lines of sunburn, keep your children off school until the sunburn has healed, and get some cream for the itchy skin, because you need to have some special cream for the healing sunburn. And don't break the skin, whatever you do. Please, I know the sun cream is sore, but guys, leave it alone. Don't touch it. I know it is sore and irritating, but the more you touch it, the worse it will get. And briefly, before I go today, I would like to talk about the benefits of healthy eating and drinking. Now, we should not drink beer, Coke, or too much tea and coffee, because that will not hydrate us. We should be drinking water. And that's what I will do when we close the program this afternoon. Get some fluid into me so that I don't get dehydrated. Now, staying hydrated is important, and we will also be talking about that on next week's show. And now I'd like to talk about the benefits of giving your child a good lunch before we close the program today. It's coming up to the end of the school holidays, and whilst you have got your kid on school holidays months, take them down to the shops and get them a school lunchbox and a drink bottle to start the new year. Now, I mentioned this on a program on Sunday night, which you can view. So you need to have a good lunchbox and a good drink bottle for your child. And what should you give your child for lunch? Well, I now have the answer here for you now. And you should ask them whether they would like leftovers for lunch, such as vegetable patties, and you can make those by using up the leftover vegetables, mums and dads. I gave you some tips on Sunday night's show, but if you missed the video, never mind, I'm giving you some helpful hints now. So you can ask your child whether they would like a nice healthy salad wrap for lunch or a salad sandwich along with some dried fruit and perhaps some celery sticks, mums and dads with some hummus in there. So you need to add a bit of fiber to your child's lunch. And also make sure that you tell your child to put their lunch straight into the fridge before they go to class, because if it's been sitting in their school bag for a long period of time, it will not be safe to eat, and your child could end up with food poisoning and end up in ED, which stands for the emergency department. And I'm sure you mums won't want to end up with your child at the ED department, well, the emergency department after school. And that is our show for this Tuesday, the 15th of January. I'm Barry Fair. Thanks for your company for this second Tuesday wrap at St. Ives Case for the year, and join us as we talk again about healthy eating and drinking and hydration and so on. So we look forward to your company next Tuesday. So until then, everybody, you have a great rest of Tuesday afternoon, and remember, drink plenty of fluid today, as Sydney is set to sizzle. See you next week, everybody. And also, we'll be talking about Australia Day coming up, so we've got a big show for you coming up next week, and we will have a bit of an Australian Day theme coming up also, so that's all coming up on next week's show. You take care, everybody, and I will see you next Tuesday morning. So have an absolutely fabulous afternoon and stay out of that blazing sun. As much as we love it, it can burn us. See you later, everybody. Arrivederci. Bumza, mate. G'day.